It was a busy weekend in the Canadian Academy of Football. Several games across all these supergroups, tons of goals and some top-notch saves as well. All the action is coming right up. This is CAF TV. Welcome everybody. On today's show, Chantilly Forever stops by to tell us about their program and share a few success stories, including one player who just signed with an NCAA school, and he'll join us in the studio as well. As mentioned, though, we've got a ton of highlights to cover, so let's get right to the video evidence. And One Touch Soccer certainly turned a few heads in their CAF Supergroup debut last week. And now in the under-13 division, the boys from Hamilton ran roughshod over Burlington, spanking them by an 8-0 count. But their opposition this time was CAQ Academy, who had also won their opener. Now, you knew this wasn't going to be an 8-0 blowout, and the two squads provided what was quite possibly the game of the weekend. CAF Game highlights now brought to you by BioSteel Sports Nutrition. BioSteel, drink the pink. And as mentioned, this was one of the most entertaining games of the weekend. First half, OTS already up 1-0 when they get awarded the penalty kick. Dorian Shannon on the spot, and OTS extends the lead to 2. Cue the comeback, though. This was nice. Bogja Ragva to Andrew Clausen. Boom goes the dynamite. One-timer, OTS lead, cut to 2-1. Second half, all CAQ. Another one-timer. This one may have caught the keeper napping just a bit, and it's all tied up at 2 apiece. And then it's Ragva going top shelf to beat Nicholas Filipovic. 3-2 CAQ, and then it's... was this the nicest of all? You decide. Ethan Fayant on a rope at Baby Had Eyes. 4-2 CAQ. They'd add one more to make it 5. OTS gets one back as they slot home their third late, but it's a 5-3 final. Afterwards, CAQ was happy about how they responded to the 2-0 deficit.
First half, I think we didn't know what we were playing. We were playing like we were house league. Second half, I think we played amazing. We played as a team. We played as one. We played the CAQ way.
1, 2, 3, CAQ!
Okay, to the under-20 group we go. Xuvia taking on Canadian Soccer Club. Xuvia coming oh so close in the first half. Dante Whitaker schools the defender 1v1, just dusts him off, but rings it off the iron. And then Xavier Fox gets denied on the second chance right there. Second half, though, Xuvia hits. It's Whitaker on the free kick. Plug that hole, boys. Little hole in the wall, it goes right through. Xuvia up 1-0, and that was all the scoring they would need on this day. A tight game. Xuvia hold on for the 1-0 victory. Afterwards, goal scorer Dante Whitaker stopped by and shared his thoughts on the game.
I think it was a well-fought game. It was very intense. I found that maybe we could have done better because we had earlier chances that we fluked, but overall I think the game went very well.
Okay, to the under-16s we go. Chantilly Forever taking on newcomers Fogo. That's right, I said Fogo. The boys from Hamilton draw first blood late in the opening half. Johnny Leslie denied, but then he gets it over to Anthony Scaduto, and the pint-sized terror knocks it home, and it's 1-0 Chantilly. Just a minute later, though, Fogo hits back. The ball takes a friendly bounce off the Chantilly defender's back. Fogo puts it home, and that knotted it up at 1 apiece. That would be all the scoring in this one. Anthony Scaduto was the goal scorer for Chantilly on the day, and he thought they played well despite the stifling heat on the field.
You know what? I think we played very well as a team. We've improved much since last year. You know, yeah. So I think we played very good possession game. We stuck it in, and yeah.
Okay, still with the under-16 group. Boost Academy taking on Bree. This was another tight one. Bree nearly strikes first, 10th minute, but the header goes just wide of the post. Now, Boost parents were asking about this one. They didn't like the offside call, so here you go, folks. There's the last defender, and there's the scorer in white. They may have had a point. Alessandro Martino knocks it home, but the flag goes up, and I'll leave it up to you guys to decide that one. But just a minute later, they struck anyway. The Bree keeper gets stuck wandering in no man's land. Oscar Brown showing off the touch as he floats it up over and in. Boost goes up 1-0. Apologies. Due to a technical difficulty, we missed the second half goal. It ended up as a 2-0 boost win. Afterwards, Ismael Munoz was happy with the victory, but feels the squad is still working out a few kinks in their game.
My team personally, I think we played hard. We fought considering the heat, but we could have been winning more balls, and the other team played hard as well. We were both playing hard considering the heat, and I think we touched the ball a lot, but we also we lost our composure a bit during the game, but we were lucky to pull up with the 2-0 win.
Welcome back to CAF TV. The name Brian Ashton will be a familiar one to many Canadian soccer fans. A former member of the national team as well as the Toronto Lynx, Ashton's roots are in Northern Ontario. His goal now is to help players from the North further their soccer careers. So, Northern Soccer Academy was born. And on Saturday, after making the long 8-hour drive from Sault Ste. Marie, the under-16 girls made their debut in CAF, and they impressed against Supernova. The Northern girls showing no sign of drowsiness after that 8-hour drive. First half, Ariane Samare breaking in. She rings it off the crossbar, but Alicia Sportolakis there to knock it home, and it goes, and it's 1-0 for Northern. Second half, they would add to it. Ariane Samare turning on the Jets here, and she pulls right away from the defenders and dances around the keeper, puts it home, and it's 2-0 for Northern, and they would add one more. And it's Samare picking up her second of the game, the third total for Northern, and that would be all the scoring on the day for them. After the game, Alicia Sportolakis stopped by to talk about the girls' performance, and she thought, considering it was their first game together, they did a pretty good job.
I think we did good, but this is our first time actually together as a team. We haven't practiced together because we're from 3 different cities. So I think we did good in that, like for being the first time together, playing as a team. We only have 13 girls, 2 goalies, so it's pretty tough. Not a lot of subs, so we just pulled through. It was really hot. And yeah, we just got to know each other before the game, and then we gave it our all.
Well, Milton United was impressive in its under-16 Supergroup debut a week ago as they dropped Lions FC by a 5-2 count. On Saturday, they faced a hungry group from Niagara who had made the trip down the QEW with an eye on giving the boys from Milton their first loss of the season. So Niagara returning to CAF after a year's absence, and they've looked good so far. And they were looking good early in this one. Marco Primerano moving in here, he will just pick his spot, and it's 1-0 for Niagara. They nearly make it 2 before the break. Nice ball movement here, but check out the save by Christopher Colongo right here, point blank. One of the stops of the week. Second half, though, nothing he could do about this one, and this play was all Primerano's doing. Turns the defender inside out, spots Liam McNeil out front. Boom, 2-0 for Niagara, and that's exactly how this one ends up, as Niagara wins the battle of the undefeated teams and gives Milton its first loss of the campaign. Okay, under 20 action. Toronto Youth taking on Exuvia, and all Toronto in this one. Richie Ennin bewitching the defender here, hits Luis Silva out front, and it goes 1-0 TO. Soon after, Exuvia coughs up the ball. Taesung Park says thank you very much, and he makes it 2-0 for Toronto. Nice shot, but they keep coming. Joseph McCrone denied, but his teammate is right there to put it home, and there it is. 3-0 Toronto Youth. They would make it 4. The first shot rings off the iron, but Marco Panozzo gets it to go. Total dominance by Toronto, up 4-0 at the break. Second half, they keep it coming. What an effort here by Taesung Park. Lunging, scoring, 5-0 Toronto. And then nice passing once again as Silva deposits for his second of the contest. All Toronto on this day. Silva with the brace, and he was understandably happy with how his team performed on the day.
We played our game, made quick passes. We had a few mistakes, but I think we did well to get the ball back, and it was a good game all around.
Okay, under 16 action. Maccabi Canada taking on Lions FC. Lions coming close early on. Tanner Bayer, sweet header off the corner kick here, but the crossbar gets in the way, unfortunately. All the scoring Maccabi needed came from Aaron Poyastro as he gets sprung on the break. Cooley slides it home. That makes it 1-0 Maccabi, and that was all they would need. Poyastro stopped by afterwards, and despite a few missed chances, thought his team played pretty well.
Yeah, first win for us. First of many, I hope. We could have scored more. I think we played well both halves. And yeah, I think we deserved it.
To the under 13 group, one touch trying to bounce back against Brampton City after losing the day before. They started well. Lucas Neto, top shelf, and it's 1-0 one touch. City responded right away, though Nicholas Hobinka eludes the charging keeper, slides it home to knot it up at one apiece, and then Aiden Johnson takes advantage of a keeper miscue, puts it into the gaping cage, and Brampton up 2-1. OTS resilient, though. It's Neto again with a bit of a weird one, but it goes in, ties it up at 2-2, and then number 17 grabs number 3 in the game for him, jumping all over the fat rebound. 3-2 OTS behind the Neto hat trick. Second half, Christian Kazishin decides he can't let Neto have all the fun as he puts it home to make it 4-2 OTS. City does get one back as Andy Lamontagne scores a beauty. Not enough, though. 4-3 OTS final score. Welcome back to CAF TV. Alex Bastivansky joining the studio now, as promised by the boys from Chantilly Forever. We've got one of the head coaches, Shabazz Perrin, and one of the star players, Tyler Montague, holding mid, 18 years old. We're going to get to your bio in just a second, but welcome, boys, to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Once again. So the name, let's start with that, Chantilly Forever. We had Jenga Academy on, of course, last week. And of course, I had to get Kevin DeServant to explain the name Jenga to us because it's interesting in itself. Chantilly Forever definitely deserves an explanation as well. So where does the name come from and how did it start?
Well, Chantilly Forever is actually a team in Jamaica. It's a major league team in Jamaica, and we're a satellite program in Canada, which is based from over there. The name Chantilly it's an interesting name, but I think it's in the dictionary it says elegant and to be smooth and to be nice. So we love the name, but it actually has its roots in it's a city, an area of a city in Jamaica. So and it's a team that's in a semi-pro league over there, and we're a satellite program over here. So that's where we inherited the name from.
Fantastic. And Tyler, as mentioned, one of the star players of the program. And Tyler is actually heading on scholarship down to the States. We're going to let you explain that to us. So where are you going and when are you leaving?
I'm going to Shaw University in North Carolina, located in Raleigh. I'm leaving August 7th for preseason training camp, and I'm pretty excited to go.
But you are. So why Shaw State? What attracted you about that?
Well, I had a lot of other options, but Shaw has been there from the start. Like, I got a pretty early offer from them, and I just looked at things like location, program, all things like that, what I'm taking in school, and they had all of that, and it really attracted me. So
nice warm winters too might help a little bit as well. This is one of your main guys. Just talk about Tyler and what it is he brings.
Definitely. He's one of the guys I've had in the program the longest. He's been here since the program started. Very fast player. He's a holding midfield player. He's very fast, strong, sees the game very well. I developed him from a very young age, from 9 years old. And from that stage, he basically has a left and right foot. So some of the strengths with Shaw State, not just Shaw State, several other colleges, some Division I schools as well, we're very interested in him. But getting a scholarship, we learned a lot in the process. And put it this way, we had a lot of loyalty from Shaw State. And it's around a lot of other big schools. And basically, a full scholarship in soccer is not always a given. But pretty much what he's received right now is near to a full scholarship. So we're really happy to have achieved that for him.
It's a huge accomplishment. Mm-hmm. And you've been with Chantilly for a while now, with Shabazz, even before Chantilly was started as well. So what can you tell us about Chantilly and how it's helped your game?
Well, I've been with Chantilly since the start, so about 4 years now. I've always liked the coaches, my teammates. We've been together for a long time. I like the training. We train about 4 times a week, and we get a lot of games in, help us develop, and through tournaments and league games and all that. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's obviously worked out well for you so far. Yes. Another star I know you wanted to update us on, because we've had Chantilly on the show the last couple of years, and we've watched the progression of Israel Perrin, Shabazz's son, throughout the last couple of years, and it's been a huge, past 12 months for him.
Yes.
So update us on Israel and what's been going on with him.
Well, in the last 12 months, he's been through a lot. He went to the national team in Jamaica at first. He was called up there, very honored. Was unfortunate to not make the final 23, but in our program, we really stress a lot of things about footage and coverage, and Israel actually got some interest from a club in Italy and was over there for a 2-week period. Did very well, got a very high report, and we now did very well on the field, but now we have to look at some other things off of the field in terms of settling in terms of culture, language, different things of that sort. So a lot of times often we think about the play, but we don't always put the other things together, and he has some challenges to try and see if he can integrate into a society over there, but there's some strong interest, and he's up to the challenge.
And we've seen some great highlights of him throughout the years, and we'll see some more. We've been showing you a bit, of course, as he's been talking, but we'll see some more great highlights of Israel throughout this season as well. We've got about just over a minute left. Maybe just tell everyone out there about the Chantilly program, and what exactly the program brings and where you guys are located, because you're out of Hamilton, correct?
We're based out of Hamilton. The program, like I said again, is complete in structure, has a semi-professional team that has aspirations in Jamaica, and we have a satellite program over here which is looking to reach as far as we can. We do a lot of showcasing at the older age group, which, like I said again, a lot of organizational stuff with film, things that we can attempt to get scholarships like we have with Tyler's situation, but we also have a grassroots right from the beginning, and we have coaches working very hard from the bottom up.
Well, tell us about which age groups as well.
We have U8, U10, we have U12, U14, right through. We have a complete structure to U16. And
we've got another 20 group, of course, this year as well. You've got the team in the super group.
Well.
Yep.
So we're complete, but like I said again, a lot of the coaches are working really hard to try and get to the stage where these guys are now, where we have some hope and we've tried to do something different in Ontario here, where we don't get soccer players just playing soccer and don't get an end result. So we're trying to get these guys they can get another home outside of Chantilly.
We're seeing some of the fruits of your labors for sure, especially with guys like Tyler. Guys, thank you so much for making the drive in from Hamilton, and looking forward to seeing your game this weekend, guys. More CAF television coming up in just a moment. Welcome back to CAF TV. To the men's open group we go now, and a battle of two undefeated teams. Now, FC made its CAF debut the week before, and they turned a few heads, taking on traditional power Toronto, Croatia, dropping them by a 3-1 count. Now, up next for Rush was another established CAF squad, Toronto Atomic. Atomic had won its opener the week previous as well. All the scoring taking place in the second half. But first, it was Ihor Vitiv's chance to shine. Somehow, he keeps out the ball, sacrificing life and limb in the process. Atomic draws first blood. Eduardo Sanchez out front deposits the feed, and Toronto leads 1-0. Rise comes back, though. Nice ball movement. Cisco Settles tips in the pass out front, and it's 1-1. Not for long, though. Stas Katana, a member of the CAF all-name team, shows off some all-world moves here. Dances past the keeper to make it a 2-1 Atomic advantage. And then it's Bogdan Palichka charging down the wing. Nice goal, actually, as he picks the top corner for the gorgeous goal to make it a 3-1 Toronto advantage. Rise gets one back as Zemba Galloway sneaks in on the far wing for the tip-in. Ultimately, though, it would be Atomic holding on for the 3-2 win as they remain undefeated. More from the men's open group. Toronto, Croatia taking on Toronto United. And this ended up being a pretty thrilling back and forth affair. United strikes first. Johnson Luiga gets shot down in the box. They put Marcos Rodriguez on the spot. He makes no mistake. And it's 1-0 United. Croatia hits back though. Yuri Glavina slides behind the back line. He puts it home. And it's all tied up at 1 apiece. Second half, though, United retakes the lead. Rodriguez avoids the charging keeper. Elementary from that point forward as he taps it in, and the Blues are back on top. They lead 2-1. Once again, though, the Croats equalize. The keeper can't handle the shot. Tommy Toglancic hammers home the rebound, and they are tied up at 2. But United takes the advantage again. Jonathan Osorio catches the keeper leaning the wrong way, goes short side. Ouch. 3-2 for United. But late in the game, Lavina corrals the long pass and slides it past the keeper to make it 3-3, and that is how this one finishes up. Great game from Lamport Stadium. Both teams still, though, yet to grab their first win. Okay, Clarkson got destroyed the week before against Atomic. They were trying for a better result against Mississauga, and for a while, it looked like they were going to get it. Early on, Clarkson in tight, and they go top shelf, and they go up by a 1-0 count. Shortly after, the foul inside the 18-yard box. Justin Paulo goes to the spot, and he will put it home to make it a 2-0 Clarkson advantage. Problem was, it was all Mississauga from that point on. Andrea Ocampo collects and slots it home. United cuts the deficit in half to 2-1. Soon after, Ocampo feeds Davor Lucic, who splits the wickets, and just like that, it's all knotted up at 2 apiece. And then it's Tyrese Edwards turning on the Jets, blows past the defender, hammers it home, and it's 3-2 for Missy. And then it's Ocampo wanting it just a little bit more. Great effort here as he manages to dribble it in. United would add one more for good measure, and that made it a 5-2 final. Okay, some other CAF Supergroup scores. Under 13, Burlington doubles up Jenga 2-1. Under 16, Fogo ties Boost 3-3, and in the under 20s, Toronto Fusion tops Chantilly by a 5-3 count. The CAF Countdown top plays of the week. Number 5, Milton's Christopher Colongo with the point-blank stop on Niagara last weekend. That is a beautiful save. Number 4, CAQ's Andrew Clausen lowering the boom against OTS. Gorgeous one-timer, part of a big CAQ comeback win. Number 3, Niagara's Marco Primerano had a great game against Milton. Here he turns the defender into a pretzel, feeds Liam McNeil out front for the pretty finish. Sweet play all around. Number 2, Atomic's Ihor Vitiv sacrificing his parts here as he slams into the goalpost to make the great point-blank save, part of Atomic's win over Rise. And number 1, CAQ's Ethan Fayant steals and tattoos it top shelf against One Touch. This baby had eyes. Take another look. Like it was on a rope. Top shelf it goes, and that was pretty, and it's our CAF play of the week. And that's all the time we've got for this week. Just remember, though, you can always head to cafsoccer.com to keep up to date regarding all the events in the Canadian Academy of Football. And, of course, all the social media outlets are there to check out as well. Thank you so much for watching, folks. We'll see you next week for more CAF TV.